Shurado casts you as an undead samurai, cursed to eke out a supernatural existence as a hulking suit of armor. It's probably best not to ask why. The game's a take on Infinity Blade, swapping out the swipey controls for even simpler tap-based alternatives, and adds a dose of Dark Souls' grim Eastern fantasy trappings and weighty physics. Our clanking protagonist sets off on an automated trot up a series of ramps, facing up to a new blade-wielding rival at each turn. In between conflicts, you can rotate the camera and tap floating wisps for extra health and money. These interstitial bits merely set the stage for the true meat of the game though, which is the brutal fights themselves. It's down to you to initiate attacks and parry those of your opponent. Tapping the right side of the screen executes your basic slash, while a hold and release initiates a more powerful attack. Holding the left side of the screen brings up your defenses, and doing so at the last minute will have the added bonus of stunning your opponent, opening them up for an easy counter. It's a simple combat system that's clearly been built with accessibility in mind. This is driven home by a screen tapping mechanic whenever you lock swords with your opponent by attacking simultaneously. It takes a while for any attack or defense animation to actually begin, and each slash hits hard, so you gotta watch carefully for your opponent's cues and choose the most appropriate response. There's also a stamina bar in play, which prevents you from stringing together too many offensive moves. For all its simplicity, this is no button masher. It's quite unforgiving actually, with a Dark Souls inspired death system that leaves all your accrued wealth on the level you were defeated at. If you want to regain it, you need to fight your way back. Where it falls down, compared to Infinity Blade, is the lack of variety in its opponents and settings. Though Chair's series can get pretty grindy, there's still the sense you're exploring a vast castle filled with a range of ghastly opponents. Here, you're just climbing a vast staircase, tackling minor variations of the same armored demon. The look is fairly strong, if bland, and its character models move and clash with convincing weight. We can see it appealing to people who want something to show off their new iPhone 8 or iPhone X. Whether they'll stick around beyond the first dozen or so fights, however, is another matter.